What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for being here. So we are doing our Ready to Love live today, and I have invited some special guests with me. So I have my girl Chloe Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, Chloe. I have my girl Chloe Johnson.
Hey.
She reviews Ready to Love. She does some other things. We'll let her introduce herself. What else you want to tell the people, Miss Chloe? And for my mods, if y'all could drop her link so that people can make sure that we are subscribing to Miss Chloe.
Well, hey y'all, I'm Chloe. We're back with another video. I just felt like that's the right thing to say.
Right? That's her intro. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I review Married at First Sight, Ready to Love. I'm going to review The Chi coming up. That starts this month, so I'm excited about that. When Marriage Boot Camp come back, I'm back in there with that. So like, you know, testing the waters to see what everybody wants to see.
I got you. And we at the end we're gonna do a quick Married at First Sight. We're gonna do a quick decision day Married at First Sight. We get to the end because, honey,
you know, Married at First Sight need his own situation.
It need its own. We could do maybe after next week when they do the thing next week. Maybe because it looked like your boy acts the fool next week too from the previews, child. Let me know you ready, Abby. You ready? All right. And y'all know my girl Abby reviews. Go on, Abby. Tell the little people something.
Y'all know who the hell I am. I'm here all the time. I'm here all the time. Y'all know what it is.
I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying to be professional.
Hello, everyone. How are you? It's so nice to be here. Thank you, ReallyB, for having me again.
You are so welcome. And Commission Reviews is on her way. It is not her fault. It is mine. I keep forgetting that we are in different time zones. So when I say 3 o'clock, it is 2 o'clock her time. And I apologize. So her being late is not on her. It is me. But she is on her way. She said to go ahead and get started. And she would jump in. So I appreciate that. And I have to do a better job of remembering where everybody lives when I do these things. So, we are here to talk about Ready to Love. Now, y'all can thank Lil Baby, one of my mods, for me doing Ready to Love. She has been trying to get me to do Ready to Love, whatever the thing is called, since season 1. And I was like, girl, ain't nobody trying to watch that. I don't want to see that. And what happened was I kept missing the beginning, and I hate trying to come in the middle of something. And so I finally caught last season from the beginning. I said, all right, I'm going to watch the first episode, see how I feel about it. And of course, I did the whole season. So they were real quick with this follow-up season. I feel like these were all the people that applied for the resort and didn't make it. That's because they was real to get this season together. Am I correct? Like, y'all, it was like, when did you get all these applications and when did you vet all these people that you started? Like, I just feel like these were the people that didn't get picked to do the resort. I'm just saying.
You know they don't vet these people. They just pick people up off the street, okay? If this season ain't teach you nothing, all they taught you was that they just pick people up off the street. They could be pregnant on drugs. They don't care.
Well, you're right. Yeah. People showing up with babies on the way and babies in their belly and talking about they ready for love. Child.
Wait, who showed up knocked?
Last season, the heavyset one, not this season that we're on now, not Tessa, but last season, the heavyset. I forget her name. Alicia was pregnant. And I don't mean like, oops, I didn't know. She was pregnant. Knew she was pregnant.
Not pregnant and on drugs.
Yeah, she was like 5 at the reunion. She was like, I think, did she already have the baby at the reunion or was ready to pop?
She had already had the baby. She was 5 months pregnant when she had got eliminated. After she was trying to sleep with one of them guys, David. I can't remember because she got David to the home.
Yes. Got mad because he ain't come back to her room, honey. Then we had another dude on last season who had a woman pregnant. Knew. He said, well, I mean, by the time I found out, I was already locked into the show, so I had to follow through. Really? Did you go? Did you really have to follow through? Knowing you got a whole baby on the way? Anyway, so that was last season. So this season, we're still in Houston. Now, word on the curb is they're going to be in D.C. Next season because they did a casting call for D.C. You know, that's my neck of the woods. So I'm gonna see if I might be 1 degree of separation from some of these people next season. I don't know, but I'm gonna find out, honey. I'm gonna find out. But we're gonna just quickly go through some of the people and get everybody's first impression or whatever, and then we're gonna jump into this last episode and see where we are now, honey. Joel from Nolans, 42. He's a drill engineer. These are my notes. I'm just saying here. 2 kids. They're twins. His wife died from cancer. I don't know what a drill engineer does, but he looked like he financially comfortable. Now, how do we feel about Joel? Ain't nobody, no, hell no, quintessential. Ain't nobody getting on that show. No, ma'am. No. That is not for me. That is not what God has for me. Anyway, how do you feel about Joel?
I like Joel. I think the fact that his wife died, and he's a single father stepping up to the plate, I was like really feeling him. He gives me good energy. We know that he can commit. You know that he's really looking for a real connection and love for me. That's what I got from it in the first, introduction. So I was really here for Joel.
Abby, how you feel about Mr. Nolans?
I don't know if he's looking for love or for a mama for his kids.
Listen, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm looking for love or looking for mama.
Right, because I feel like I can't do this on my own anymore. I sure is tired, Miss Millie. Awful tired.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I like Joel. I'm wondering if he's coming on a little strong. I never know because that New Orleans accent. I love it, but I'm wondering if he just like overdoes it because he knows people love the accent. But I like him. I do like him. I ain't gonna lie.
Handsome.
He's cutie. Yeah, he's a cutie. Jason, 36, teacher, played basketball. He had the girlfriend cheating on him. That's when I had the girlfriend cheating on him at work. How we feel about Mr. Jason?
Is that the one with all the in his mouth? I feel like he
with the baby teeth. That's what they was in my comments talking about. He got baby teeth.
That overbite, that is real crazy. He's the one where one of the girls was his kid. He was a coach for one of the other. Okay, yeah, that's the one with all the teeth. Yes.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the coach. Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's very plain, very vanilla, very like I don't know. I feel like I would break him. I don't know. I feel like he needs somebody very. I don't think he could have like a strong-willed woman, if that makes any sense. I feel like he has to have one of those pushover, like one of those pushover pick-me chicks that are just, sure, honey, whatever you say. And it's always that way in their relationship because I don't feel like he's strong enough to lead me anywhere. That's the impression that I get. I could absolutely be wrong.
I definitely feel like he needs a strong woman. Like a
strong woman's gonna run him over. She gonna run him.
But I mean, I don't think he's running nothing.
He definitely gives me immature vibes. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely gave me immature vibes. But you know what? See, in the beginning, everybody just seemed like a good thing to me because, I'm like, oh, his girlfriend cheated on him when he was about to propose. So, like, for me, everybody in the beginning, I was like, oh, I really hope he find love.
I want him to find love, but I feel like I see Jason with a woman. Jason is going to be that dude that we're going to see him, and it's going to always be, oh, yes, baby. Sure. Okay, baby. Like, I think he's going to be a good husband, but I don't feel like he going to lead the household. That's all I'm saying. I want to welcome Miss Kamisha Reviews to the party. Kamisha, I apologize. I have to keep myself mindful that everybody don't live in the Eastern time zone. So when I give a time, I have to make sure that I'm adjusting it. So I apologize.
No problem.
I let my people know you were on the way, and it was my fault.
It's fine. I was like, oh, it happened again.
Everybody don't live on the East Coast, girl.
no, it happened with other people before, so it's okay. It's okay. It happens. It's all good. What's going on, everybody? Hello. What's going on, chat?
We're just doing a rundown of everybody, and then we're going to talk about this episode. We're just kind of feeling with everybody, how we feel about everybody so far, and then we're going to Then we're going to get to this episode. So we're on Ronald. Ronald is 40. He's in corporate sales, 2 businesses, and he is scared of divorce. I think that's the one that's been married, and that's the one that had like the whole breakdown and was like he just scared of getting hurt. Isn't that him?
No, that's not Ronald. That was David. No, or
okay.
No, Ronald is Mr. Potato Head. I done told you.
Yeah, Ron is I'm scared he's gonna be Troy number 2.
The one that was filling all up under what's the name, boobs, okay? Playing golf.
Because see, you know, Roy is doing. Sorry, I said Roy. Troy was the one that he was trying to get everybody, and I feel like Ron was already coming in hating when the first comment he made was about KG Smooth talking about how he has the advantage. He was already salty. He gives me that tease. Honestly.
Wow, they better back up off my KG. Back up off my KG.
Not Ron is Thanos. See, Ron has that big old jawline on his face.
Well, not Thanos. Okay, Vernisha, 40. She's a salon owner, has 3 kids. She's been single for 10 years. How we feel about now? Vernisha and Joelle are the ones that seem to have connected, right?
Yes.
How we feeling about Miss Vernisha?
Me myself, I like her, but I'm just the way she's being like the portrayal, because you're seeing the next scenes where it's like some some friction, because she already made a comment how she didn't like the whole little scene with Miss Mama's kissing Joelle on the cheek, and people were saying, oh, she alluded when she spoke about it in the in the ladies' lounge. I'm like, I don't think it was that deep when she was speaking about it, because she even said her own confessions that she was thinking about Chris. So and I just don't want.
Oh no, she was salty. She was salty.
Well, no, but needs to be looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Looking crazy, because she's like, that's my man and all that. I'm like, oh wait, y'all are dating, so it's gonna be more than one. Look, be attracted to more than one. That's the whole point. I just think they get lost in the sauce.
When are we gonna get to that other broad?
We're getting there. The aggressive one. Okay, Chrysanthemum, 39. She's a flight attendant.
I'm waiting for some personality. She don't have no personality. I'm trying to see who she is. I feel like I don't know who the heck she is besides her mother wanted an Italian baby.
That was interesting, wasn't it? When she was like, her mama said she just wanted an Italian baby. I was like, what?
Okay, well, I thought the same thing. And then when she came on, you saw what she said, that's what she hates that's portrayed out there. That's all she's about, is the whole cornbread situation. And then that Italian, and I was like, because I thought the same exact thing. Just like there's no storyline. But
girl, you only special because your name is spelled weird. You can't nobody really pronounce it. That's it. That's all we got.
I wasn't ready. I was not ready.
I feel like they talk about her too much for us not to know nothing about her. That's what bothers me, because it's like she seems like a main character in like a lot of little pieces here and there. But we don't never get to see her interact with anybody. Like, I can't, besides her date with Chris, I don't remember any of her dates or nothing. Like, I just feel like, what happened?
What happened? Why it happened?
That date was so. Chris was like, yeah, because remember, Chris said he had tried to hook up with her, and she gave him the cold shoulder, and now she reached out to him, and he was kind of like giving her the side eye, like, why all of a sudden now? Because you wasn't checking for me at first. I was like,
Well,
it's a whole lot of gray area.
Here go Ebby's friend right here, Alexis Fly Jones.
Hey.
If you have to say your fly every 5 seconds,
hold on. TV producer. She was married to a pastor. She has a son. How we feel about Miss Alexis?
You want now or then?
Well, we can do now, like where we are now.
I don't like her.
Thank you.
About her bugs me so wrong. And for her to be, a pastor's wife, ex-wife, and then to be so spiritual, I feel like she's very sexual. And it's nothing wrong with being sexual, but you got to find a balance in between. You looking for lust or love at this point. Like for me, it's a no.
There was a lot of men on the show that I felt portrayed that same thing. And I kind of touched on this a little bit before, where I feel like it's a little bit of a double standard as far as the men who have these things. Like, for instance, the brother friendship that they have, how people bonded and got so emotional, myself included, in the beginning with the whole Joelle and how everybody was talking about that's my boy and all that. But then you look at the freaking frack, how they got dragged so badly. And same thing with saying that Alexis and just alludes to sex. Some Ron and Troy, they kind of did the same thing, and it was like I do feel like it's a double standard. I didn't feel like that about the other season, but this season I do. But I mean, I know the production do all that stuff and everything, so we don't get to see. I just wanted to say that.
Well, I think it's a little different. I understand like the bonding of the brotherhood and all that. I think the difference, and again, it may have been editing, but I think the difference with this whole freaking frat thing is because it looked messy. It looked like they were interfering with the process by Chrysanthemum caping for Stacy and Stacy caping for Chris. When what you doing to my girl? You playing my girl? Oh no. And I felt like. And then I didn't appreciate what I don't know if it was Stacy or Chris. I think it was Stacy. What she tried to do to Ron when she brought up that whole thing about the whole getting passwords or whatever. I felt like it was very disingenuous.
Oh, that was David. Yeah.
Back to the group. So I don't think I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I think the difference with freaking Frat is that it was the way they're handling things. Again, at least the way it was edited, it was messy to me. Now, as far as Alexis is concerned, you're right. I think that whenever you see a woman being that forward and that forward, I guess I'll just leave it at that about sex, it is going to look a certain way. But I also think the added part of that is I just think that it's too much too soon with everybody.
That's the problem. Yeah, it's not about her being sexual because that's part of a relationship. You gotta have chemistry, so it's understandable. But I just feel like soon as she gets one-on-one with somebody, it instantly goes to the slick sexual comments, the extra touching and flirtation, and it's like I feel like when you're dating someone for marriage and really for love. You really need to get to know them instead of clouding your judgment with sex.
And I can understand that without being sexual. Like that's two different things. And I do agree. I mean, unfortunately, we still live in a very matriarchal society. Right. I mean, patriarchy. Y'all know what I'm saying, damn it. Yeah. Where it is a double standard, and things that men get away with, women don't. And so, from that point is valid. But I think, in Alexis's case, it made me cringe. As a woman, some of the stuff that she would say, it almost comes off desperate. You're a nice looking woman. You bringing something to the table. It's okay to be flirty, but some of the stuff, it was cringy for me. And again, I know it's editing and maybe, but when you got to give it to them for them to edit it, you know what I'm saying? So she said it, and I think
you do have to, I mean, editing is there, but the person is still, I've always said that they can't completely edit you out. So a lot of that stuff, that is that person. But I mean, I agree with a lot of that what you ladies said as well. I don't think that some of the way it came off, as far as I didn't always agree, like with the whole thing with Stacy. I wish that she would have focused more on the guys, and I was happy her finding her friend and everything was pretty awesome, like they all with the brotherhood, all that together. But right. I really wish she would have focused a little bit more, because I think she would have still been in the house.
I think so too. Miss, I got cheated. And I was like, girl, you cheated yourself. You were so worried about making friends than finding love. And that's where you go wrong.
And I feel like you were so worried about Chrysanthemum, you weren't worried about your own stuff. Like she was like at that masquerade party, she was way too consumed with what other people were doing. And I feel, you know what? And I'm skipping a little bit of ahead, but that is really my biggest pet peeve with this season, and we can come back to it. I feel like everybody is paying way too much attention to what everybody else is doing instead of their own shit. But we gonna get to that. Let's finish this list real quick.
Oh wait, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Abby. My bad, boo.
You kind of skipped. I was okay.
My bad. I thought you had said
something. I was doing two things at one time. That's my fault.
Oh, okay.
But my only thing with Alexis in this, she announced it every 30 seconds that she's another nigga's number one. I feel like she's trying to assert her dominance over all the other women in the situation. Like, see, I feel like and then she like, like, and then you get mad. Like, you don't understand. Like, she doesn't understand that the men are dating everyone, and so just because they told you they number one didn't mean they wasn't gonna tell Stacey that she they number one as well. But you want to extract this "I'm your number one" from these gentlemen, and then come back to the ladies' lounge and be like, "Well, I'm his number one. I'm his number one," knowing good and well they're not your number one. Some of them are on the bottom. As long as you number one on their list, that's all you're concerned with.
They all should be just dating.
Keep playing the game. This isn't to find love for Alexis. This is to win the game, honey.
Right. You know what? I think that is a perfect way of saying that. It is not to find love. It is to win a game, honey. That's a word. Now, Stacey is gone. I think we done already talked a little bit about Stacey, but she was married to a professional basketball player for 10 years. She's got 3 kids. She's an insurance owner, but she gone. We ain't got to spend a whole lot of time on her child. Dietrich, aka Papa, 47, a chef. He's been married. He has 2 children. He is a grandfather. That was the one. You know what? I didn't even remember him. That's the one who said he want another child. And I was like, so he gonna have a baby older than his grandkids? I mean, he gonna have grandkids older than his son?
Dietrich is a trip, okay?
Yeah, no,
Now, wait a minute, Kamisha, you were supposed to interview Dietrich, weren't you?
Yes, I was. And see, the thing about it with Dietrich, it was crazy because I try to have, online relationships with cast, stuff like that. That's how, just communicate.
Yeah, you do a lot of reviews. I mean, you do a lot of interviews. Yeah.
And see, we did have an interview plan because me and him, we were talking the whole time and we was cool and everything else. There was no kind of problems. And then he doesn't understand as far as with me being a blogger, just like when I caught Miss Alicia from last season, talking trash when all I said was hi. And so something told me to record it, screen record it, whatever. And so he got, he wasn't, something happened. He didn't give me details because of the fact that I did record. That's why I always say you don't know who's watching. Now I didn't get in trouble or anything, but me recording that did have an effect. I mean, so recording that and then playing it back. I didn't realize because the views got really quick, and I was like, well, at first I didn't think anything of it. Then he messaged me. He was like, well, we can't, do the interview. He wasn't rude. He wasn't disrespectful, nothing like that. But I caused some situations or something happened. Child, I didn't know. People watching me that I didn't know nothing about. I was just like, well.
Okay. I mean, not to go too far left with it, but if you were screen recording somebody that was talking trash about you, I'm not understanding why that was an issue. But okay.
Well, no. That's a different one. And she was talking noise, but with him, he was talking honestly. Okay, something happened with him and another cast member, which was I refreed that later on. That was Tressa, and he got on his Instagram and just started going off. And see, the thing about it with Instagram, if you don't save it, your Instagram goes away like that, and I know that. And so I happened to pop in there. So when he was talking noise, I didn't catch all of it. I started screen recording. I went back and played it, and I was like, damn, he just really went left on Trust. I went back to his page, it was gone. And so then I did my little upload. So I did my little upload with the audio in it. I didn't show the video because I know how YouTube work. And so and we scheduled the interview, everything. I told him, I said, I'm going live, I'm talking about nothing. And then all of a sudden, he messaged me like after the interview was all put out, I put the flags off everybody, like, hey, I'm doing the interview. Then he was like, why you didn't tell me that you recorded, or whatever. And I was just like, I'm a blogger. I'm not sure if you understand this. I know that you are new to the game, but a lot of bloggers record and do a lot of dirty stuff.
You put it out there, it's audio. Yeah.
You were live. You were on a public, platform. Yeah. It's not like, and so I recorded what you said, and then I played it back because I'm a content creator, and this is what I do. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You were supposed to do that. He put it out. Okay, so I see. So he got in his feelings because he was out there getting some stuff off his chest, thinking it would just be deleted, and you caught it, and then you did a video about it, and so he got in his feelings. Okay,
I appreciate that.
Oh well, good luck with.
I still feel bad because I don't know what I called, but at the same time, I'm not going to regret, and I'm going to continue doing the same thing. And I told him, I said, this is how it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
These people are sleazy out here, and y'all know that. I mean.
Yeah, well, girl, listen, keep doing what you're doing, because for those of you, and my mods are dropping y'all's link for y'all channel, so thank y'all so much. But for those of y'all that don't know, which I'm sure y'all do, Kamisha gets a lot of interviews on all of the shows, and she does a lot of the like competition shows. She does the challenge. She was covering the challenge OGs that was streaming on Paramount. She does Big Brother, and she gets a lot of interviews with these people. So y'all make sure that y'all are connected, because she be getting the scoop, honey.
I appreciate it, y'all. It's a lot of hard work, child. I ain't trying to front.
I know. Listen, I know it is, and I know how hard you work at your 9 to 5, honey. So I understand.
9 to 5, baby, 13 hours, 2 days in a row. But I got to get the coin. Y'all know I grind. It is what
I know
it is.
that's right. I know you do, and you were in school. I don't know if you still are, but I know you were in school too, child.
Well, you know, it's a little rocky because I'm when I say I get maybe 3-4 hours sleep. Sometimes I can't be at the computer doing this. I'm doing these videos. These uploads take a long time, and all the stuff I done added.
All the editing stuff, yeah.
Yes, that's
we out here. We enjoy it. All right, let's get through.
Yes,
let's get through the rest of these people real quick.
Hold on, I got something to say about Dietrich.
Oh yeah, I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
My bad, I'll be going too quick. What you have to say, Chloe?
Dietrich fooled me, okay? So he played this whole little game like he was all going to, open up his mind and get into Tessa and all this other stuff and see what she about. And I was sitting there like, oh, maybe he is ready for love because he's exploring different options, not his normal. And then he sit there. I felt like he did that for a sympathy card so that he can, get a little bit ahead. But the way he switched up after he went on a date with her, his whole attitude, his whole demeanor, his whole everything. And I felt like he did that because she was a big girl. Because when he sat in front of Venetia, he acted like he was so nervous and so intimidated and everything. But when he was sitting in front of Tessa, he had on his big boy pants because he knew that she wasn't as confident as Venetia was. And that rubbed me wrong about him. And I was like, oh, he got to go because he's one of those people who manipulate people based on their insecurities.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he ever was sincere. And again, I know you went off, Chloe. I know I went off. I really have a problem with the way Tessa was treated. As a big girl, I get it, and I understand that I'm not everybody's cup of tea because everybody ain't my cup of tea, and that is fine. And I just feel like if you're gonna, don't just check a box to say, oh, well, we got tall, we got short, we got fat, we got skinny, we got light, we got dark. Make sure this is a dating show. You need to make sure that there are people on the other side that are attracted to what you are bringing. I would much rather complain that they don't have a variety, they don't have no big girls on the show, than to bring one token big girl and have her be used as the scapegoat. Because I feel like that date with Dietrich was only to drag her along for one more week, knowing good damn well they was going to eliminate her. I saw it set up from the beginning when everybody kept saying, oh, you got the homegirl vibe. You got the homegirl vibe. And I'm like, this woman is coming through with body, face done, hair done. She's telling you off rip, I ain't trying to be nobody's big sister. I'm not trying to be homegirl. Yet everybody kept saying, oh, she just gives off homegirl vibe. What was she doing that was so homegirl? You know what I mean? And I felt like that was the setup from the beginning. But again, girl, I went off. I know you did a whole video close.
The fact that they eliminated 2 people in one night already shows you that what it was.
Right.
That bothered me as well. That's something because the fact that I even said that, I said it would be really awkward and something ain't right if they do a double elimination this week and then the next week they don't. And so I said, well, was there a target in that elimination with the double elimination? Because most of the time if you're gonna do a double, you're gonna do a double and then another double again, because it's not really fair. I just don't get it. I feel like there was something with that.
I was expecting, and I don't even know what the number count is at this point, to be honest, because they did a double elimination before, but I feel like the numbers are not even. I don't feel like the numbers are even, so I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, let's get through the rest of these. Audrey is gone. That was the one that had the cat thing. She was 38, a flight attendant. She's been single for 17 years. Maybe because you be dating your cat.
Well, it has
Not
to
the
be
cats.
I'm a cat girl, so
I mean, but Chloe, you
felt
married
for her.
your kid. Okay. You
I
love
felt
her? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave her
No, I
alone.
didn't say I love her. I said I fell for her.
Oh, you fell
Because
for her.
look, I told my subscribers when I lost my cat, I was the girl
Oh,
walking
wow.
up and down the street with the picture of the cat. You see my cat, you see my cat, you see my cat.
Uh-uh.
That's me. So I felt that. It was real. But I mean, maybe she shouldn't have been so extra in the first meeting, but it was so me, so I understood.
It just came off really
Wow.
weird, like that whole conversation she had about the cat. Like you could see, I forgot who she was talking, but you could see the look on his face. He was like, "Check, please." Like,
Yes. Can somebody help me? The hint? Can you?
okay, all right, Liz. Liz is 40 years old. She is a CEO of her own production company. Liz been single for 17 years too, honey. Liz is celibate, and that is very important to her. What I appreciate is that she is clear and upfront, and she's asking the man how you feel about it. Okay, if you don't feel it, okay, so you feel some kind of way about it. We not evenly yoked. I'm moving on. I can appreciate that.
Yes.
But I like Miss Liz. I do like Liz. How y'all feel about Liz?
I think she is so pretty. I like her.
I like her.
I feel like
just want her and David to go on and get married and start their church, and so we can all
right. Okay. Because I do feel like I mean I know right now she's getting a little flirty with Jason, but I do feel like the better match for her is oh boy,
David.
David.
Okay, AJ. Ooh, AJ.
Bless his
AJ
heart.
is 38. He's a music producer, and he also be having credit cards that get declined on first date.
They went out twice. I said I didn't even know that till they said that the episode they went out twice. I said,
hate you
dang.
so much.
How do we feel about Mr. AJ? Oh, look at the cat. Look at the cat.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
She came right in time.
Like she was like, y'all talking about me? Y'all talking about
Facts.
me? All right. So how do we feel about Mr. AJ?
He's a creep.
Okay.
He's a less creepier version of Troy. Is that what his name was?
Yeah.
The one that was kissing everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
He
Well,
thought he
I'll
was
get to it when we get to the end of this episode, but the way he turned that shit on at the end of the episode, I was like, whoa, that was real scary.
The way he was all up over Alexis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah.
It was
The same woman that you said was doing too much and she was being too sexual. That one.
He did say that though, right? Mm-hmm.
Right.
He
And
did.
then he was grabbing her hand and pulling her clothes and all up behind her on one cheek.
Right. Exactly. But you damn near was, freaking her down at the bar, right?
I didn't understand that double standard. This whole season told you that double standards. Just a mess.
Okay, poor Troy. Troy is 51. He gone already, but Troy was a creep. He was kissing on everybody. He was not ready for love. He was trying to see how many women he could have sex with.
Or period.
He said in his introduction that he does not like full-figure women and he is the best catch in Houston. Well,
who? Where? Who said that to him?
He did. Give me that. Look, give me that pool hall vibes. I told you, I have have a drink. You be drinking and be in the club at it's past 4 o'clock.
Right.
There was liquor with the water in it, and they got
Right.
the hole in the wall. Oh yeah, that's when he look
Troy
all right.
is
He's like,
the creepy old guy that you get to buy a bunch of drinks at the bar.
yes.
And
With
then
a
you
bunch of
just go.
keys.
And then you
That
just
uncle that's sitting next to the cooler watching all the little girls and little
Look.
tiny shorts bend over.
right,
Look.
right.
Talk about you show growed up nice. Go to hell. It's time for that.
Okay, out of
Ooh, Lord have
37,
mercy.
Ada must already be gone because
Yeah, Ida gone. I didn't like
Oh,
her
yeah.
either though.
Ada was
Oh, snap.
37.
Ida was weird. She
I
was
think
weird. She
Ada was
weird.
off her meds. I think Ada was off her meds.
She was the first woman.
She was a little different.
For lack of better words.
That's the nicest way you gonna say it.
That's all I got. That's all I got. We got Tressa, 42, a comedian. And she's already been eliminated as well. She was married and has a younger daughter. Christian, 36, a mailman, recovering alcoholic. Christian been gone.
I knew
Christian
they was
was
gonna
gone.
send him home. When they found
Yeah.
out he was mailman, I was like, they gonna send him home.
Yeah, I knew he walked.
I knew when he walked in the door, he was gonna be the first one eliminated.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I hate to say that.
Then we had is this name was it Khalil? I can't read my own handwriting. But he gone too. 41. He's a teacher. He was in a car accident, almost died. He married the woman he was dating from the UK. That didn't work out. Yeah, he gone too.
Yeah.
Amber, 31, an attorney. How we feel about Amber?
I like little mama. She packs a punch.
That's the dark chocolate one. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to think about something.
Because it's two attorneys. So you got Kyra and then you have Amber. Amber's the one that Chris made the connection with KG.
I like Amber, but I feel like I want to see if she's just trying to be what each man wants. Because like I like her connection with Chris, but when she was on that, talking to Joel, and he was like, "Do you want marriage?" I was waiting for her to say yeah, so I could just catch her up. Like I just feel like she whatever the man wants, she's okay with.
Like whatever you like.
She actually wants marriage.
Right, whatever you like. Right. Amber, David, 44, real estate. He's an efficient. David is the one that I think need to just go on to marry Liz and they need to just ride off into the sunset.
David is the person that they need to now have at the end of every episode to politely send the women home. Because if nobody else knows how to do, especially with the crazy ones, daughter, we talked and we talked to the Lord, and the Lord said, it's not your time. It's not your time, daughter.
Not daughter.
And he politely said,
it's not your time. Excuse me. Okay, so
they sent him to that crazy Stacey because they know she nuts, and then she would have flipped out, and he was the only one that could tell her in a way that she would accept it and walk away, not like a nutball.
Listen,
I love
sent him to all the difficult ones. They know the difficult ones who gonna act the ass, and when Alexis get put off this show, David gonna be the one. Daughter.
That's why they eliminated. They ain't know what she was gonna do. They ain't know. They thought she was gonna pull another Nyla from last season.
Was crazy. She was crazy.
That's why they just did it. They were like, "We're gonna do this in front of everybody because we don't want a one-on-one." Because we learned our lesson last season with Nyla. We learned.
Tell her to the couch.
Right. Talk to the couch.
Can I say one thing? I really wish they would have put this inside the resort.
You think so?
Because I feel like last season we had so much to go off of because they was in that house together. So they got to really see who people were, what they were doing, their real personalities, how they smelled
after more than 6 hours.
And that they were more available to each other. Here, it's like you get to go home and start over tomorrow.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I understand what you're saying about the resort and all, because that is true. But the reunion is going to be insane. I don't get like exactly what's happening, but it's going to be crazy because the gray area is going to be in everything we're not seeing. All the, you just went out with so and so and recorded, but last night you was with such and such. All that extra stuff, that's going to be insane.
Exactly, because that's the other thing. By them not being together, because like Alexis was saying, I talk to Ron every day. Well, I talk to so and so. Well, I call so and so. Well, I'm like, see, it's a lot of that going on that people don't know what's going. Because like you said at the resort, you kind of kept up.
Look, yes, because you were right here every day. You couldn't really
you right here together. Out of whose rooms? Okay,
right. Video towels and not in out the rooms. Oh, baby.
Because she didn't know they were recording that. She did not know they were recording that. Like, I mean, I forgot who I interviewed last year. The lawyer.
Alexis can't be on the
she said that she know the camera was going.
She gonna be in everybody's room because
she didn't know that they was recording her coming in and out them rooms.
If you talk, when she talked about it, she said I did not. She said some of that video, and she said you noticed I had the same dress on one day. She said I had no idea they was recording me, so it looked like I was going. I'm trying to be messy, but she said, I mean, not getting detail, but she was saying she didn't know they have cameras everywhere. I would have even thought that myself. Because I can't see them. Somebody recording something.
Absolutely.
I would have treated it like the Big Brother house. Like
I was going to say, you better remember. That's exactly what I was going to say too. Big Brother house. All right. So last but not least, well, really next to last, we had Kyra, 34. She's an attorney. Now, Kyra is the one that's got history with AJ, honey.
Again, that's the one with them teeth that just.
I like Kyra.
I like Kyra too.
I think she
I
may
like
be
her.
one of the most authentic ones.
I'm surprised.
feel the
I'm
same way.
surprised at her giving AJ a second chance though. But I like her. It almost makes me feel like, okay, so because you ain't had to put him on blast about the whole credit card thing
In front of everybody.
right? Because I feel like you put him on blast. I mean, did you put him on blast so other people wouldn't like him because you really liked him, or were you trying to embarrass him? Like what? Because now he's your number one. So it's like,
I thought the teacher was her number one.
Oh no, Kyrie and Miss Alexis are dating, more than one gentleman. That's the part that be killing me about these types of shows. If I'm gonna go on a dating show, whether to find love or whatever it is, I'm not gonna just date one dude. I'm about to try different flavors and see what's good. There's no ring or whatever. So I don't understand that part. So that's when the messiness starts to happen. It's like, why are you tripping? Why is it that if he's talking to you, I don't know. I always say that I don't get it. It's a dating show.
We emotional.
What you say?
We emotional. Soon as we start liking somebody, we can't help it. A part of us gets a little,
but that's why shows like this are hard. They really are hard. I commend people. I mean, I joke and stuff, but I really commend people who go on these shows because it's hard. It is very, very hard.
I can't go on a show like this.
Yeah, because when your feelings get involved, Okay, now we had KG come back from last season. I think he was a fan favorite. A lot of people felt some kind of way about not just the fact that he got eliminated, but the way it went down. And so they brought him back. And so I like KG, but and again, I know y'all said the same thing I said, that he's kind of doing the same thing he did last season. He's gonna get himself caught up.
Yeah.
So fast forward to this week. Tommy, it's the ladies' week. They're in charge. And Tommy says, listen, I want you to, close your eyes and visualize the person that you feel like is the person that's for you. And then I want you to date somebody other than him. And I felt like my problem was Alexis did the exact opposite of what Tommy told her to do. She went on a date with the guy that is her quote unquote number one, or at least she feels like she's his number one. Those were not.
But she feel like she's everyone's number one.
Well, that's true. But she could have went on a date with Dietrich or Ron or Jason. Like she ain't talked to, well, not Jason, because we already know that's been eliminated. But like some of these other men that we have not seen her dating on camera.
She did exactly the opposite. That's what I said in my review. I was like, so you pick Ron and he already said you his number one because you was bragging at the table about it. Why? How is that what you supposed? You don't understand the exercise, miss? Were you confused?
Right. She's one of my students who that after I have given out the instructions 3 times, raises her hand and says, "What are we doing right now?" That's her. That's her. Mm-hmm.
Well, the possibility, I thought about that too. Then I said, this is what I said. I wonder if she did go on a date with one of the guys, but they wanted to show that. That's the thing. When I watch these shows, I sometimes think about that because I heard somebody saying something about, they didn't even show the dates I went on. I forgot who. Someone had got eliminated. And they had went on a lot of dates.
Said that she had connections with other men and they didn't show it. She said at the reunion she got some stuff to say because she said she did felt like she had made some connections with other guys.
And she ain't the only one.
But this is where you gotta go. See, for me, when I do the review, I gotta go off of what I see, not from what I know, right? Because we gotta go from what we see. From what we see, she just didn't get it. She didn't understand the exercise, and that's the problem. Now, she may have had those dates, and that's perfectly fine, but we ain't see them, so they don't count. Now, when she go on a reunion, then we can bring them up, just like we did last season when we found out that what's the name was telling everybody that they was his number one. We ain't see that either, but we didn't know it.
Right. True. So did.
So I don't know.
That is true. So on the day they went putt-putt, and it was very flirty. She asked him what makes me different. Because again, she's concerned about being his number one and all of that. Well, what makes me different from the other women? Why do you feel like I'm your number one?
Would put out if I let
I can't stand that, Alexis.
I don't like
it's a lot. She's doing a lot. Amber and AJ, that was awkward. That was a very awkward date for me. Amber went on a
it was. I agree.
But it was part. She did what she was supposed to do.
Oh no, she did what she was supposed to do. But it was awkward because she was like, I just feel like you kind of arrogant, and I feel like you cute and you don't have to work as hard. Like she was giving it to him. I ain't lying. And I can appreciate that she was honest about it because she was giving it to him. She was giving it to him.
I say little but packs a punch. She a little big thing, but she packed a punch. I'm telling you.
She definitely was giving it to him. And the funny thing was, this how you could tell he wasn't taking none of what she was saying seriously because he never stopped smiling. He never stopped smiling. He couldn't respond. Right. This how you know he wasn't taking none of what she was saying seriously.
Oh my God.
He started playing a game in his head. I said, this is what I said. I said, when she was saying you gotta reach out, he was like, so okay, I gotta reach out. So now he started thinking about I'm at the bottom. That's why he brought up Troy. Because remember, Troy was at her top at one point. He was like, see, then he started being like, okay, I gotta do this for Amber, I gotta do this for this one. And that's why he was all over Alexis, because Alexis is one of those sexual girls. He thought that was going to win her over. Then he was going to start planning on calling Amber every single day because he think that was going to win her over. He started figuring out how he was going to win, but he just got sent home, so that didn't work out.
who just got sent home? AJ.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, AJ
still AJ still there. He was in the bottom this week.
He was almost out of there. He was almost.
That's how bad you want it because you sent him
over.
Look,
she manifested it and everything. On the board. It's up there.
AJ ain't going nowhere. His name is in too many people's mouths right now. He ain't going nowhere no time. Even though a lot of the women was like, no. His name is too many people's mouths right now.
Yep.
Chris, he's not that cute.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he is.
I would be like, oh my God, he's so cute.
Little baby in the chat says she need to see what's under that beard.
I like the beard, but I mean, I'd be scared to see what's under.
I feel like I need to see your pre-beard pictures. I need to see what you look like before you started growing that beard. That's what I feel like I need to see.
Not the pre-beard one.
Listen, I got one right now. I'm like, I need to see a pre-beard picture, sir.
Oh crap. Okay.
You ought to be ashamed. Look at you.
Reveal it.
I need to reveal, sir. I need to reveal. Because everybody got beards.
FaceTime, just shave it off.
Right. Everybody got beards these days. So I need the pre-beard picture.
Nah, he looks like he got a real rough face with the beard. So
my God. Who's in the chat? He got a weak, skinny chin. What happened?
Not my piece. He probably got a weak, skinny chin.
Not the skinny one.
Not weak though.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can't. That's the one that was on the diet.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Chris and Chrysanthemum. We already sort of talked about this. Chris said that she really wasn't giving him the time of day, and he was a little curious as to why she called him out the blue. Because remember, he don't know what the task is for this week for the ladies, so he was kind of. I was just trying to figure out what she called me for, and it was an awkward date. They seemed like they had a decent conversation, but again, clearly no chemistry. I mean, I don't know. Abby, did you see anything with that? Any chemistry? Anything?
It was a no for me.
Look, if she is so wrapped up in what Mr. Potato Head got going on and who his number one, and she's trying to play this game with Marty McFly, that who gonna be
oh my Lord. Wait. Back to the Future? Did you go back to the Future? I'm old now. Hold on now. Now she didn't brought me back because that was one of my crushes. Now look, hold up. Now what's happening? Don't you defend my man?
Sorry, that thing took me.
Marty McFly.
Hey, that skateboard was everything to me. I was like,
it was. And when it turned into a hoverboard and part, they said we're not even going. Okay.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I feel like she's wrapped up and playing tit for tat, and who's number one with Ron. Right, who's Ron's number one, that she really like. I feel like she's like, at this point I would, and if I the reason why I can't play this type of game is I'm too territorial, so I can't, like, that kid back in the day who was sitting in the sandbox and they were playing with one toy, but they were surrounded by toys. And if you come towards the sandbox and try and touch a toy that they weren't playing with, they was gonna knock your block off because why are you touching my things? That's me.
Busted.
So I can't. I'm not mentally capable of doing all of this extra because I can't form an attachment to you and be okay with you. You done kissed this one broad. You done told Marty McFly she your number one. But when you or I together, we make eye contact. We have all this connection and stuff going on. And I feel like Chrysanthemum,
I just call it Chris.
Yeah, whatever her dang name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I feel like she is really I don't think she's really trying to form an attachment to anyone else. I think she has set her sights on Mr. Potato Head and she gonna try and ride that till the wheels fall off. That's why she looking cockeyed and crazy every time Marty McFly opens her mouth talking about she's somebody's number one, especially Ron. And then Ron repeated it because he's stupid.
Well, now Amber being the overachiever that she is, she went on 2 dates. She went out with Joelle, and they seem to have a pretty good connection. But I'm gonna let you talk, Chloe. But I agree with you, Chloe. I feel like she sort of said what he wanted to hear when he asked her about kids, and I was just like,
well, what did she say? I don't remember because I'd be tuning her out.
Well, he asked her, he said, I got a set of twins. And how do you feel about, pretty much how you feel about a ready-made family? And she was like, well, I know I couldn't replace their mother because, she's irreplaceable. But, I have no problem, being stepmom, basically. And his thing was, well, you're, basically because she's so much younger. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I just felt like just like last week when Chris asked her about marriage and she was like, well, it doesn't have to be a traditional marriage for me. And I'm okay with it being more of like a life commitment. And I'm like, where did that even come from? And Chris was like, I feel the exact same way. And I'm like, what the hell?
So why are we questioning that that's her truth? Like you are different people with different people. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're who you are.
But you know what you want, no matter who
you're who you are. You know what you want.
Right. So that the children question, I don't think has come up with anybody else, being that Joel's main focus is whoever he picks has to be ready to be a mom, like a hands-on, full-time, 24/7 mom. Well, of course, that is. All of his questions are going to begin and end with his kids, right? Because that's his main. It doesn't matter if she can toot her ass up in the air if she gonna come into your house and wreck your house. That, you know what I'm saying? So why are we questioning her response to Joelle's questions? Maybe that's actually how she feels.
Because for me, it just didn't come off genuine. It came off as I'm trying to find the right answer, not how I really feel.
Okay.
I actually agree with Abby, I'm sorry. When you said about, I think that might be actually how she feels. She portrays herself, and she even says herself that she's like what you call an old soul. And even he mentioned the fact that his wife was also younger as well. So maybe that's what he's attracted to, and obviously she doesn't have an issue with it. The whole thing with KG, I don't know. I just don't see it. I think that's just who she is. She probably would be okay with taking care of the kids. Who knows? People do that as far as that in the age group. I didn't take it like that for me, but I kind of see what you're saying. That didn't look ingenuine or whatever.
And I could be wrong. It just that's how it hit me. That's how it hit me. I don't know, because even last week, that's how that answer hit me last week. It's like she was looking for the right answer, not how she truly felt. But that's just, and again, that's just how it hit me. I don't mean it's right. That's just how it hit me.
I could be wrong.
Well, for me, so the conversation with Chris was, he said, do you want to get married? She said, no. She asked him. he said, I mean, I don't really, want to be married, but if it happens, it's happened, it is what it is. And she was like, yeah, the same for me. But you could tell like a part of her wanted to say she wanted to get married. It seemed like that's what she wants.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think before that she kind of said she did agree, but at first she questioned it. It's something I can't remember.
It's the way she said it, because she asked it as if she wanted him to, like, that was one of the things that she wants. I think that's what turned me to be like, something I write about this. But then when Joelle asked her, do you she asked him did he want marriage? And he said absolutely. So I feel like for her to keep bringing up this question, if it's not a big deal or not, you don't mind being married and not being married, why is this your question? And I feel like she just conforms to whoever she with and what they want, because she's fine with either one, right? But then when they brought up the whole kid situation, she said, I'm not, she said, I would never want to replace their mother, but I like children. I don't know how that goes to, I will definitely want to step in and, take on the responsibility of a stepmother. How does that translate to that? Liking children and wanting to, step into kids' lives are not the same. I'm not a big children fan, but I love my daughter. But I don't like kids. So
but didn't she say stepmom? I have to go back because I thought she said something.
And I don't want to beat her up. That's just that's just the vibe.
I thought she said, no, I'm just saying I thought she had said something like she would be a stepmom, but I don't know. I can't remember. I watched it when I was half asleep, so I might be wrong. All right, I'll be half asleep half the time of my life.
A quick pause right here. Quick pause. I want to thank Tracy and welcome Tracy Wilson. She became a member sometime between my last live and this live. I got the alert. So I just want to welcome you to the tribe membership. Thank you for joining, and I hope you enjoy all of the members only perks. Over here, we do members only lives, members only giveaways, and the members only review that I'm doing right now is Growing Up Hip Hop. Y'all need to be a member to hear everything I had to say about Sam and that white thong. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't ready for that.
Listen.
Wait, who had a white thong? I missed it.
Do you watch Growing Up Hip Hop?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Egypt, Pepper's daughter, her boyfriend started doing an OnlyFans during the pandemic, and in the first episode, he is walking around in a white thong because they are filming.
Nobody asked him for that. Nobody.
And it was a traumatic experience. I feel like I feel like WeTV.
Not traumatic.
I feel like WeTV needs to send me a check for my pain. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Anyway, let's get back. So we have so then we have Liz and Jason. Now I feel like Liz and Jason's date might have been like the highlight date of the episode. It was very romantical, right? Liz looked cute. They went on the little carousel. I mean, what was that thing called? Not Wheel of Fortune.
I call it Ferris wheel.
Ferris. I said
it's a Ferris wheel. You said the Wheel of Fortune. They went on the wheel.
It's the Ferris
wheel. Spin that.
Right.
Letter A.
Fortune.
Right. They was all booed up. He even leaned in for a little kiss.
Pause. That's where I had an issue because I feel like she was like, "Oh, okay." I feel like he jumped in.
Definitely wasn't.
I feel like he jumped in and offered when nobody was asking for that. Like I feel like.
Surprisingly, a lot of my subscribers said that. They said they felt the kiss was forced. But for me, I felt like she liked it. It took her off guard, but she enjoyed it. Because she laid her hand down on his chest and was like, I appreciate that too. And I was like, okay.
Yes. She had her hand on the knee.
Who says I appreciate that to a kid? Okay.
I
remember she's abstaining, so she probably wanted that kiss.
Yeah, I mean, the lips did not look moisturized.
I mean, the fact that
do your little crusty lips at me.
The fact that she is abstaining, that kiss is probably like third base.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, it's probably why she was shocked. Like, wait,
that was
a minute.
Look, I was like, I want to go in the Ferris wheel if it's that hot and heavy. But everyone else,
I can't move for a minute.
Everybody saw something different, so I don't know. I mean, for me, it didn't seem forced. I felt like they actually was hitting it off, and you know it was cute.
Do you think that what's his name, David? You think David's in trouble?
No.
You think Jason then creep in on Liz?
Nah.
What you think, Kamisha?
I think that she got to choose between the spiritual and the physical. I
feel like if she hook up with Jason, she what to do. That celibacy vow.
Oh, I
don't know if that's gonna last. She hook up with Jason.
When she put her hand on his knee, I was like, "What happened, church lady? What happened?"
She can put the hand on the knee. Okay, that's the innocent flirtation that you're supposed to do when you're dating.
We went from knee to a kiss, all within the same 15 minutes. I don't know what happened. She was like,
Jason mind has been between that girl's legs since she showed up in that pink dress to the masquerade ball.
Baby,
after she rolled up the pink dress with them kahunas, I think even nephew Tommy was like, "Whoa, yeah."
He forgot everybody. A whole lot of
people did a double take. A whole lot of people did a double take.
Oh yeah, he forgot everybody.
Yeah, okay. All right. So then we have Lord. Then we probably had the boringest date of the night. Venetia and Dietrich. Child.
Oh my God.
That was
he don't want to eat no more, but he'll walk us to the car.
Right. She said she was too scared. He said he was too scared to finish eating his dinner, honey. I'm gonna need you, sir.
Shoot. That was ridiculous and embarrassing.
Right.
I would have probably got up and left. I'm gonna pay for dinner too.
Well, he ended that date. Okay. He ended it.
It was weird. That whole date was weird to me. I felt uncomfortable sitting there just watching. I wanted to I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm glad he went home. I wish they would have just sent AJ with him.
I would have been fine with the double elimination this week. I would have been really fine with that. I'm okay with Dietrich leaving because I feel like he hadn't made a connection with anybody, and that's another reason why I feel like he did that little Hail Mary date with Tessa because he hadn't connected with anybody, and I think he felt it, and he felt like, okay, I need to hurry up and do something, so I'm gonna try and make myself. You know what I mean? Again, don't do me no favors, sir. Don't do me no favors.
What they call it, forced flirting?
Yeah, like don't do me no favors.
That's exactly what he was doing.
So we had AJ and Kyra. He met her at the front of the restaurant with flowers. He got a private room. She ate lobster, and she acted like she was really.
And he paid for it.
You realize that the show paid for all that.
You know what?
He was real impressed.
It's a good question.
She'll realize that the Ready for Love paid for all that, honey.
Look, get the cooler.
Nephew Tommy asked, did he pay for it? So
yeah. He did.
Tommy know who paid for that damn lobster. That was for the camera, honey. That was for the camera. But do y'all think it's a real connection though between AJ and Kyra?
A little bit, maybe.
They're trying to make. Well, I feel like because they do it. It's a reenactment of Naya and Chris of last year because how people was like, oh, I think they should be together after. I don't know. I just want to watch and see it right now because I actually think that. ReallyBTV said you said that she was kind of might be turning the saying talking noise because she actually wanted him for herself because she do drag him a lot, but yet at the same time I think she really like him. I do.
Well, they went on 2 dates before they actually got on this show, so they already instantly attracted to each other. They had a genuine connection to go out twice. It was the second date that turned her off, right? So I feel like she could actually really like him the same way he actually really likes her because this isn't their first go around. But at the same time, I feel for AJ, it's still a game.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I said I meant to say Raheem and what's the name because they dated before. That's what I meant, not Naya and Chris because remember they dated before. I was trying to say they reenacted that one. My bad. I want to correct myself on that.
Abby, how you feel? You think it's real? Is it real? It's real love.
I don't know her over.
Or a real or infatuation. I don't want to say love, but
who's her other pick? I feel like she would do better with Jason.
Yeah, she like Jason.
I feel like
she does like Jason.
I feel like Jason is a better fit for her, but because she's not gonna get out of her own way, I think she's going for what looks good, not maybe what is. I feel like she's looking at fleshmate rather than soulmate. So
I like that fleshmate rather than soul.
That is, that's correct.
Even though Jason, I feel like Jason is the better fit overall for her. I think she's gonna. I don't know. Just her. He make that coochie pop.
Oh,
it got a heartbeat every time that AJ boy come around. So that's what she. That's why she keep giving. That's why she keep giving. Y'all know that's why she keep giving that nigga chances after chances. The nigga couldn't pay for a date. He couldn't pay for the date, and she's steady.
Oh my Jesus! Oh my God! Dirty.
Okay. So the ladies come back into. Is that everybody? I want to make sure I got everybody. Yeah. So the ladies go back into the room. I'm sorry. Any final words about any of the dates before we start deliberations? We good? Okay. So we get back into the ladies' room, the ladies' lounge with nephew Tommy. And this is where it started really getting on my nerves. And I said this earlier, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to just let everybody sort of comment on it. I am really sick of everybody paying attention to what, like, you know what this is. You know you're on a show where everyone is dating everyone else. And it is about you doing something to stand out and letting this other person say, wait a minute, that's her or that's him. And I feel like the ladies are paying way too much attention to what the other woman is doing. And all of this, listen, I feel like if I took a shot every time somebody said number one, I'd be drunk every episode.
You would.
Every episode. I'm going to start with Tamisha this time. How do you feel about this whole who's number one and who's your number one and who's my number one? Like, how is it hitting you the same way it's hitting me? Maybe it's not bothering you. I don't know. You muted, boo. You muted. You muted.
Sorry about that. Because my fan is on. I don't want to be all loud in the background. But me myself, I think that they need to just date and not really be a number one, a number whatever. I just feel like that's because it's gonna get really catty. If I'm dating. Long as everyone respect each other and know that they need each other, it shouldn't be an issue. But I know we are emotional creatures. We're gonna get on and all this like that. But it's gonna cause more of a competition. You know, I mean, healthy competition is okay, but I'm saying it's gonna get to a crazy point because you're gonna be like, I'm number one. No, I'm number one. You know, it's like the old boy gonna be forgotten. He's gonna be like, hey, I'm still here. Y'all arguing about who number one. I don't want either one of y'all. I just think it's trash. I'm sorry. I want to just date and be done with it.
All right, go ahead. Ebbs, and then I'm gonna come back around to Chloe.
Repeat the question one more time.
The number one thing, the whole number one situation.
Listen. I'm sick of hearing the words number one. It's not even number one. I'm sick of that Lexi girl. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of you feel like you have a extra oomph coming because you feel like everyone's number one. Like I feel like you're not even looking for love. You just want to be you the epitome of pick me because you want everyone to pick you. Like you want to be at the top of everyone's list. Meanwhile, so you could just sit like queen from on high and I pick you and no peasant, don't talk to me. And I'm sick of it. Either are we out? Listen, I'm too old for this. I feel like I can't.
And I feel like,
what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Are we doing this or not? Because I got other shit that I need to do.
Oh.
Like, are we gonna be a thing or no? What's happening?
Right. That's why you can't go on that show.
Exactly.
Right. Chloe, how you feeling about this whole number one thing?
So this episode between last week and this week, super annoyed. Okay. I'm just like, I'm tired of hearing about the number ones and number twos. I'm nobody's this, I'm everybody's this, and blah, blah, blah. That's annoying. I feel like if you focus on who you really like and you know, put yourself out there and invest that energy into them, then you don't have to worry about who's your number one, who's their number one, who's their number two, as long as you're building that connection with that person that you're focused on. But I just came to the conclusion and I made up my mind that I'm going to look at this as a game show for now. I can't really sit there and look for these love connections and think these people want love, because that's when I get in my feelings, because I start getting real frustrated. So now for me, this is a game show. We want to know who's everybody's number one so I can know who's going to win. Okay, so now we need to take a prediction. Who's going to win the game? At this point, it's looking like Alexis.
Right.
God, I hope not.
Right now, it looks like Alexis is definitely going to be there for a minute. For me, I feel like so... And again, I only have 2 seasons to compare it to. So I only have last season and this season because I didn't watch the first 2. I feel like these same conversations were happening, but in a much classier way. Like you saw Winter knowing that Joy was her competition. You saw Denise knowing that old girl was her competition. And I just feel like when they would talk to the guys in a classier way. As far like I don't, you know what I'm, because again, this went on last season as far as people saying, well, I know that it's me and it's Joy, but basically, but I feel like a lot of them were really still focused on their connection. Like they knew who their competition was, but they didn't get so caught up in it. And maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I saw it last season. I feel like it was handled by the women in a much classier way than what we're seeing this season. And I don't know if it's because, like y'all was saying earlier on, because it was at the resort and they saw more. And so it wasn't as much of a, well, who's doing this behind my back? Who's talking to who? Did you go on a date and didn't tell nobody? Like, so maybe there's some of that that's mixed in. But I just feel like we're getting a whole lot more of the, I want to see what everybody else is doing instead of what I'm doing situation. So I don't know. Okay, so they're in deliberations and the ladies start talking about their dates, honey. And listen, people was caught up in their fifties in that room. Kyra was in her feelings. Alexis was in her feelings. Not Venetia. Who's the other one? Venetia was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Venetia was in her fifis. It was a whole lot of feelings going on.
Amber.
A lot of kissing seemed like.
Yep, they got
her feelings. Because she got us. Now, I feel like Amber was, and again, it might be editing, but I feel like Amber was playing word games when she was talking about that kiss. Because she did make it seem like it was a kiss. And the man kissed you on your cheek and you kissed him on his cheek. Girl, stop acting like y'all was tonguing each other down in that bathroom.
That's exactly what I said.
That's what everybody was saying.
Wait a minute, I ain't tasted that tongue yet. Hold up.
That's what I understood why she was upset. I was like, well, dang, you've been out of 8 brothers with you and everything. I can't even get a kiss on the cheek.
But I feel like Amber was playing word games.
Amber was definitely, when she said, oh, I let you put Chris up, so it's AJ.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
I said, oh, homegirl feeling some type of way.
She did. She said, you said Chris' name? I was like, oh, where'd that come from? I said, she got that smoke. Miss Thang, I'm telling you, I call her Miss Thang. Like, she wants to smoke. I'm telling y'all.
Definitely did, but yes, so there's a lot of feelings going on. But at the bottom of the barrel, which I knew Dietrich after that disastrous date with Venetia, I knew Dietrich was on the chopping block.
Ain't
and
nobody even mentioned his name, not in a good way, not even a. Oh, and Dietrich, they didn't even add him on the end. He was nowhere to be found. I said, "Oh yeah, he
wasn't even in the conversation. Like they was like,
that's what you get.
We know you going home, so we just put you over here." Now, were y'all surprised that the second person was AJ?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
So who did they
was both going home?
Right, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So they sent Alexis to go talk to AJ, and who did they send to talk to Dietrich?
Kyra. No,
Kyra.
It was Kyra, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The women don't have a equivalent to David on their side. So they just randomly pick somebody to go and talk to people.
You're right. They don't.
And can I say that I'm sick of everybody when they get eliminated saying, I guess I should have just been a little more open. Where did you think you were coming?
I don't understand that. I do not understand that.
What did you think you were doing? You were here to be open. What are y'all doing?
Maybe forget what it is.
That's everybody's elimination line.
No, you know what made me upset with the delivery? I felt like Alexis was trying to shoot her shot at the same time. Like she was sitting there like, you definitely got to step up for me. You definitely got to do this for me.
She
Like,
absolutely was.
she made the whole elimination about her. I said, this girl is crazy.
And that's why AJ did what he did, because AJ was like, okay, because I feel like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I kind of feel like she was sent there to eliminate him. And because of the way that conversation went, I feel like production was like, fuck it, he could just stay another week. Fuck it. I mean, because that whole, like, he was like, oh, wait a minute. She was sitting, this ain't no date. This is her telling me I ain't ready. Oh, no.
Interesting.
I mean, because it seemed like she couldn't even get it out because he kept flirting with her. And I feel like at first she was mad. She was in her feelings. And then he got the flirting and all of that. I said,
y'all shouldn't let Marty McFly eliminate nobody. That's why.
I think
all they gotta do is show even the modicum of interest in her, and she gonna be like, "Oh, you fine, you can stay."
Listen. So I don't even know what the number count is at this point, but I do feel like the numbers are uneven.
I think so.
And we back at a men's week. So it's weird that they didn't even. That's why another reason why I think maybe
so
AJ
who's left? David, Mr.
Okay, so let's look at. Hold on, I got the list. Hold on, let me go back to my list. Let me go back to my I lost my notes.
Jace, the teacher with all the teeth.
Listen,
is it
Jason? Okay, so let's go down the list. So Joel is still here. Jason, Ronald, Vernisha, Chrysanthemum, Alexis.
Ma'am, can we just stick to one sex so we can see if there's an even number of who's what? You throwing men and women in there. Can you just stick to the men? What men are left?
Joel, Jason,
Mr.
AJ,
David,
mm-hmm. Chris. So I count 5. Do y'all count somebody I missed?
Okay, so Joel, David, Ron, Jason, AJ, and Chris. I think it's 6. I think it's 6 men.
6. Okay, my bad. Okay, so 6. Okay.
Okay, so 6 men are left. And we got Marty McFly, we got Vernisha, we got Cameron, the big teeth lawyer, we got Amber, who is part of the Dora Milaje on her time off.
Liz.
And
Kyra. So maybe it is even.
Kyra. So it's even. It's 6 and 6. Because one week they eliminated 2 men. And
that's right. They did. The first week they did. Remember, we thought it was going to be a man and a woman.
Yeah, the first week.
That's it. That's right. So it is even now. Okay, it is even. Okay. Wait a minute. Did we count AJ when we did our count?
We did. Mm-hmm.
Are y'all sure?
Yes, we count. Yes, we count. We count.
Hold on. Let me do that again.
Ronald,
Joel, Jason, Ronald, David, KG, AJ. Okay, maybe we did.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I feel like I didn't count AJ, 6. But I guess we did.
It's 6 left. 6 men.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Look at Jason in that picture. You can see his teeth from here. He has so many teeth in his mouth. I feel like he has an extra 10 teeth.
Oh, we missed Chrysanthemum from the girls, did we?
No, I said Chrysanthemum.
Yeah, we counted, sister. we counted contenders in our list.
All right, so next week is a male elimination week. Who do you think is going to be in the bottom next week? I mean, it's a women. The men are in charge. The women. Who do you think?
David, if he don't get his life right.
No,
but I feel like they just need to hang on to David just so he can eliminate the women, crazy people.
Right. No, but the women. I'm saying the men are in charge. It's a women's elimination. Who do you think is going to be in the bottom 2 next week?
I hope it's Marty McFly.
I think Kyra.
No, Alexis and Kyra.
No.
I can see Chrysanthemum.
I can see Kukula, like she said, going home.
I could see Chrysanthemum going home. I could.
I'm trying to think who else.
All right, with the come on.
Come on with the graphics.
Right? Okay.
All right, you know.
Also, I do not like the weave that Marty McFly has, and her forehead is so prom. I can't. It's too much. It's just
Girl,
everything about her.
You've been ready to read that girl down.
I don't know who.
You might as well just make a whole video and just read her down.
It might not even be a review of this episode. It's gonna be like, I don't like that girl.
Yeah,
you better just go with a rant. They love to see a rant.
Renisha might be in trouble because Renisha has not really connected with anybody other than Joelle, so she might be in trouble next week.
I do think that
Joelle is starting to, spread his wings a little bit,
But Joelle is gonna hold on because she's the only one that I think they have a connection. I think he has a connection to her. I feel like Joelle is never met a person he didn't like. I feel like that something about that New Orleans baby and all of that makes you
it is.
And even if you feel like that's just who he is as a person, but I think there's an actual connection between him and Vadondala, whatever her damn name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I think that Chris is going to be going. Chris Santiam is
not Kilolo. The one that has kids. The one that has kids, and she comes. She is already a single mom. That's Renisha.
I don't think.
Velma.
You know what? I think Venetia, how they have the pool of eliminations. I think Venetia will be in that pool, but I do think that Chris is the one that's going to be eliminated. I do, out of everybody.
Right?
I think
Chris. Yeah, they call it Chris too. I think Chrysanthemum will be eliminated, and I think that when they do the whole the two conversations, or when the men go around and say the two, I believe Venetia is going to be in that because her real only connection, honestly, is with Joelle, and they put her in this aggressive, strong, all that crap, how they do, and so she doesn't have a connection with anybody else. So when the men are going to talk about it, they're going to say her name. And
but I think Joe will stand up for her.
I do believe that. That's what
Danielle married for Tressa, even though it was on some bullshit. I feel like Joel will campaign for her.
I agree.
Now I do agree that Christmas Tree is the one that's going home next. I do agree with you. Yeah. Christmas Tree is on her way out the door.
Oh my God, I can't see. But let me tell you something about Chrysanthemum. Now, Chrysanthemum on the cool, she does not give me any detail, but her and somebody else told me too. But wait until after this show wraps. There is so much because they've already seen it. They've already seen the rest of the episodes, and so they're right now in their I'm mad or whatever emotion it is by watching it. We have to wait, obviously, but they've already seen it.
Reunion, so they get to see all the episodes before the reunion.
The reunion's already been taped already.
That's why they've seen all the episodes.
Yeah, so that's already done, and so it's. I'm telling y'all, I'm just waiting. I can't wait because I'm like, it's all cool right now, but I'm like, look, I just can't wait. I'm just sipping my tea. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I need all that content. Trust me.
Okay, I need all the tea, honey. All the tea. Well, I want to thank you guys for being here. I appreciate Chloe and Kamisha. You guys, my mods, make sure you guys are dropping their links. Of course, Abby reviews. Y'all know y'all see Abby with me all the time, honey. But drop Abby's links in case there's some people in the room or in the replay that don't know.
Makeup guru.
Make sure that you guys are all subscribed. Yes. Again, like I said, Chloe will hit you with a Married at First Sight. Yes. You said you're gonna do the Shy.
Oh yeah, I'm doing Shy. The 26th of May. I'm so excited.
Yep.
All right. Now listen, drama. I'm gonna just give you some words of wisdom. Drama is a whole different animal than when you're reviewing reality.
Really?
It's my first scripted show, and I'm nervous. But
don't be nervous. It's just a lot more to it. Like I do. I've done a few scripted shows. It's good. I love it, but it's a different animal because it's just a lot that happens. You'll be surprised how much happens in that hour. And on scripted shows, even the smallest detail means something.
That's why I'm nervous about it. Because after watching last season go down, I said, "Ooh, I gotta do this. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it."
You gonna get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm behind on the Shy. I've actually started doing the Shy as like a retro review because I just started watching it last year, and then I kind of got sidetracked. But I do want to go back because I want to watch the season because last season seemed like it was so good, but I'm so far behind. I'm like in season 2, so I need to get caught up.
I can't wait to review it. Can't wait. It's a good show to review. There's a new show. I'm not sure if y'all know about later. There's a new show on
Run the World.
Yes, that I'm doing that. I'm gonna
do that
too. It's kind of like it's the one who was in the people that are involved behind the scene was the ones who was involved with Girlfriends, and we all love Girlfriends. So to me, it's they're not gonna give Girlfriends a reboot, reunion, nothing. So what they decided to do is just like, look, we're just gonna do another. Not I don't want to say another version, but we need that. We need that.
Well, I put it. I didn't watch the episode yet, but I did put it in my DVR, so I'm gonna watch it probably when I get off of here. I'm gonna watch it, but I do think I'm gonna review it. I think I'm gonna review it. What do you have coming up, Kamisha? What you got coming up?
You said me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Lord have mercy. I'm doing that. I'm getting ready for Big Brother. That's a big thing for me because Big Brother takes me out.
Right?
Yeah, I've been trying to get the tea. They're saying they said they was trying to say mid-June, but it may change. July the 7th. My birthday's the 5th. I'm so excited
because we changed this because I'm July the 2nd.
That's right. That's right. And it always comes on the 5th or the 6th. It comes on the 7th, and it's going to be supposedly majority people of color on this for the very first time. So I'm excited. I'm still doing my other shows and everything else, but Big Brother takes me out. That could really be me. It'd be having me crazy. I'd be like, coffee. Okay, what happened?
It's hard because it comes 3 times a week.
Out.
That's why I couldn't do it. I can't keep up. I don't have that much time in my life.
Oh, baby, I work 20 hours a night. I don't even know how I make time. I don't never have time, but it's just, before I became a blogger, I was obsessed with the show. So I think that's why it's easy for me to transition to talk about it because I loved it. I don't think if I loved it as much as I did and watched it for so long, I don't think I would have just took it on because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm the same way. I'm a fan, so I watch it as a fan, but you know me, I will drop it because if they start doing stupid stuff, I'll be like, I can't, y'all. Like last season, I just couldn't.
That's what I did with the Bella Collective. I just dropped it. I was like, I can't do this.
Right.
It got so dry. It was a waste of my life. I was like, no, I'm done.
I couldn't do Married at First Night anymore. I don't know how. I hats off to you, Chloe, because I couldn't deal with that. Chris and I said this show got 15 episodes. 15. So most shows have like 10. 11.
And it's 2 hours. Like if we did not need 2 hours after about because I watched it I reviewed it for the first time this season too. I could not. I was like, I'm so sick. It's the same thing every week. Like, you ain't getting no sex. Y'all don't like each other. Y'all really like each other, but y'all gotta drag it out and make it look bad for the season. Chris crazy as fuck, and Paige crazy too. I was just like, all of it was a lot.
I think I missed two reviews, but I did put out like rants, and I did just sum up some stuff.
Yeah, you went out like I did. Mm-hmm,
but it was a lot to the point where I was like, I'm not reviewing this. Like,
right.
I just.
Well, we're gonna maybe we could come back next week after they do the Where Are They Now follow-up kind of thing. That's gonna be airing this week, and maybe we'll come back and talk about
the reunion not this week?
Is it not this week? I thought it was this week.
Really?
No, I thought you said Where Are They Now was this week.
Well, reunion. Where are they now? I guess I'm just
because I was about to say don't do that because I can't. Like, come on, get this over with.
Oh snap!
And it's coming back July 27th.
Oh, what?
Texas is starting in July 27th, and I'm really, really sitting here kind of contemplating my life at this moment.
Come on, Texas.
Yeah, I don't know if I can play the 2-hour episodes is what does it for me. Like, if it weren't a 2-hour episode like the premiere, okay, maybe, but 2 hours every week, it was like watching paint dry.
Well, know what I started doing? Because it's a lot. I used to do my notes while I was watching it. but it took away from me actually enjoying the show when I was really enjoying the show. So now I just, I have my little open chat where everybody can talk about it. And then the next day I'll go take notes. And then the next day I'll make the review. I was like, no longer trying to get this review out on Thursday. They're going to get this on Friday because I don't.
Exactly.
My people knew sometimes they didn't get the review to the next episode. I was like, I just can't.
I mean, they don't get how that stuff is very, very. It's a lot because some bloggers be putting a review out like in the hour. And I used to do that with like Queen Sugar and stuff. That was so draining. I was like, I cannot try to get this done within, because of the analytics and all that. I mean, I get it. I follow that. I'm a little nerd with that kind of stuff, and I get it. But that is rough because you want to make it perfect, but I want to get it in within the last hour. I was like, bro, I can't do it. I got to get up and go to work at 10 and all that.
It's a lot.
It's too much.
Next day, like my Sunday night shows, I tend to do a good job of getting them out. Mm-hmm. But after that, like tonight, Married to Medicine, Pose, that'll probably get out. Well, Pose might not because Pose won't start until 10. So Pose probably, but Married to Medicine will probably go out tonight. Mm. But yeah, it is because I used to be the same way. I used to be like same night.
Right.
But sometimes it just ain't feasible. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much. It's been an hour and a half. So I want to thank everybody. I really appreciate it. I'll reach out to you guys this week and see if we want to come on maybe next week and talk about Married at First Sight, the season, and see what went down at the reunion, honey.
Do we get to cuss out Chris?
It looked like some stuff goes down.
Please.
I'm only here to cuss out Chris. I don't care about any of the other people. I'm just here to cuss out Chris.
Well, I think that's fine. We can take turns doing that.
Oh no!
I'm gonna say, tag me in, sis. Tag me.
I promise
you see how Chris tried to play them mind games on Page last week, and the doctor had to step in and be like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing it." The producers was like, "Yeah, we're not doing this."
Right.
He's so dramatic.
You know what?
I know you're going to want to curse out Chris, but I promise you, the reunion is going to have you cursing out Haley. It's going to have you cursing out a bunch of people.
And Paige, too.
I cannot stand Haley. I cannot stand her.
Yeah, she a hot mess. I don't know what to do.
Girl. I'm ready for it, though.
Haley wasn't feeling that man from the minute she heard that he liked the 80s.
Wait a minute. Fanny Pack and steak. That was enough for her. When he said Fanny Pack, she was like...
And then after she gave him a piece, it probably wasn't good because they was drunk and they was fumbling. Oh, Lord, and then she really was like, "No, I can't do this." That's all.
You say he smelled like steak and eggs. He smelled like steak and eggs every day.
Okay, steak and eggs every day.
1 hour conversation.
That man said they scrambled about 8 eggs when they was down.
She was mad too.
Like, she was so mad. I was like, "Why are you mad that the man ate some damn eggs? What is wrong with you?"
I feel bad for the whole thing.
Oh Lord. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming through.
Y'all.
Thank you for having me.
I will catch y'all later.
Thank you so much. Enjoy